So here I have my salt mackerel. This is about almost a pound of salt mackerel. So I'm gonna remove it from the container and then I added it to some water. Now to the water I added some apple cider vinegar. You want to wash off the rawness from the salt mackerel. Alright, and also the salt. You want to rinse off the excess salt. So as you see I'm doing, you're gonna use your hands to rub off the salt as much as you can. Alright. So I have some water boiling here that I'm gonna add the salt mackerel in. Now you don't want to fill the pot too far because you know the salt mackerel, as it boils, the water level will rise and you don't want it to boil over on your stove. Okay guys, so you can use a bigger pot, but normally when I'm boiling saltfish or salt mackerel, I normally use this size pot. A bigger size pot could have been used since the salt mackerel is bigger than what I normally prepare, but it will work. Alright, so I'm gonna cover it, let it boil. You don't want to cover it fully, but you want to monitor it. Alright, so I have my cornmeal, my flour. I'm gonna add a little salt to make the dough. Now you're also gonna use water to mix to form the dough, but I'll show you that as I go along. I have my yellow yam, I have my banana, right? My green banana. Now I'm gonna gradually mix to form the dough. Remember guys, clean hands, and you want to mix to combine the cornmeal with the salt and the flour before you start adding the water. Alright, because you want it to be you want it to be even. Alright, so I'm gonna gradually add the water. Now I'm using maybe about 2 cups of plain flour to about 3/4 cup of cornmeal, as I love to add a lot of cornmeal to my dumpling. However, you don't necessarily have to even add in a cornmeal. Alright, I don't really like the white flour dumpling, but if you like it, then you can go ahead and cook dumpling or the way you like it. Alright, so you want to gradually add your water. You don't want to add a lot at once because you know you don't want to spoil the dough. Alright, you want to gently add the water, and as you need, you want to squeeze the dough to bring it together. Alright, and you want to scrape along the bowl just to get the flour, all of it fully blended or mixed in then in the dough. Alright, so guys, one tip: when you knead the flour, ensure that all of the flour is fully mixed out in the bowl. You don't want to leave no flour in there. Alright, so I have a little flour left, so I'm gonna sprinkle a little water in the palm of my hand, and then I'm gonna mix. Alright, and then I'm gonna knead, sorry. So you want to knead it so that it comes together, and if you know your dough becomes smooth and stretchy. Alright, you don't want your dough to be tough and like hard. Tough and hard is the same thing guys, but what I meant, like, you know, some flour that don't mix out properly or knead out properly, I want everything to be, you know. So if that be the case, you just add a little sprinkler water and then you just knead again until it becomes smooth. Okay guys, so now it's time for me to peel the banana and the yam. Alright, so I'm not gonna work on the yam first because the yam easily oxidize, so I'm gonna work on the bananas first. But guys, make sure you wash your yam and your banana or any other ground provision that you'll be using. Okay, I'm gonna be using more bananas, but at this point I felt like making 6, and then I changed my mind and said, alright, I love to make like fry over dumpling and fry over yam and fry over banana like the day after, so I decided to add more in the pot. Alright, even though my family is small, so we're not gonna eat all of it, but we can prepare the other day like for breakfast or so. Now you're gonna peel the bananas. Now you can add some oil on your fingers before you peel, because sometimes banana can be very stainy and you don't want to stain your nails. Alright, but for me, you know, I just use like some in Jamaica we call it soap powder, some persons say fab, and because it's so coarse I use it to rub on my hands, and then I washed it, and you know, all of the grease gone. Or after I finish peeling, I rub some oil on my hand, but I don't really like to use oil when I'm peeling it. Sometimes it feels slippery to me and I don't want the knife to cut me, but everybody is different. Alright, sometimes just peel with my bare hands and then I just wash it off with some soap and then them alright. So everybody's skin is different. Alright, guys. Now I'm showing you how to peel your bananas. So sometimes I might think so you peel this like you just cut this the skin of the banana very well, and then I try to peeling it, and you realize you need to cut it a little deeper or mark it a little deeper. Alright, so that's what happened to me. So after you finish that, you just clean up the excess skin that is left on the peeled banana, and then you want to add it in some water, because you don't want it to start oxidizing, even though it will oxidize, guys, but when I add it to the water, it take a longer time. Alright, so this is the first water that I boil the salt mackerel in, so I'm gonna remove it and then come back and show you what I do next. Now I removed the water and I added some more fresh water, because I'm gonna boil the salt mackerel twice. Alright, guys, even though I did give it a good wash, I'm afraid of the salt, so the more I wash it, the more I boil it, the better for me. Alright, so I'm gonna peel the yam. Now I peel my yam very fast, but ensure that you don't peel it deep, because you don't want to waste your yam. Alright, and be careful, guys, not make the knife cut on. As you peel, you clean up, make sure say your yam clean and nice. Yeah, any little part that need to be disposed, you discard it. If anything there that, maybe like some little, maybe like worm or something, or like maybe something, pierce a yam or whatever happened to it that needs to be removed, you cut it off and, trim up a yam, make it look nice and presentable. Alright, so I'm gonna cut it the way I want it to be cut, and you can cut it so many different ways. Alright, now I'm gonna add it in some water. Put a little vinegar in the water because I don't want it to oxidize. Alright, guys. Now, as I said before, this is just my way. I have another video where I prepared the same recipe, except I didn't add any dumplings. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box where you can check it out. Alright, so I have some boiling water in the pot. So I'm gonna add a little oil, and I'm gonna add some salt. And I add the salt to your taste, of course, because everybody taste was different. Alright, how your salt tolerance is different. Now after I added the oil and the salt, I'm gonna start forming the dumplings. Now I normally have the dumplings first, but if you like, you could always add your yam, but don't add the banana, guys. Most of the times banana cook so fast you don't want it to mash out in the pot, and it all depends on the type of yam that you're cooking. What if you're cooking white yam? Most of the time white yam cook faster than yellow yam. It depends on the type of yam as well, so it all depends, guys, but I prefer to add the dumpling first, and then I add the yam, and then I add the banana last. But my kind of depending on the nature of the banana, because the size banana that I'm using is some young banana. Because the younger the banana is, the more iron you get from it. So I choose to cook the young banana. Yes. So I'm gonna add the dumpling first. Alright. So that's what I'm doing now, guys. So just stick around, guys, to see the end product. And if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe so I can make more recipes for you. Thumbs up the video so YouTube can see that you're enjoying the content, of course, guys. Yes, and please do share. Sharing is caring. So when I share with others, tell others about Tamara recipes. Send them come, bring them come. I'm waiting. So guys, you don't want to make a dumpling them have some bad shape. So you don't want to stir it at this moment. You want to let it boil for about 5 minutes and then you mix it, alright? So I did that before. I didn't just mix it up, alright? Because I don't like when dumpling ugly and deform and it don't look presentable at all, alright? When you make a dumpling to your size, me can't bother to make little dumplings. So I'm just make some big dumpling, put in the pot, and I'm good to go, right? But me are no different. Salt mackerel done boil for the second time, so I'm gonna put it in some cold water for soak. Alright? After about 7 minutes, I'm gonna add the banana. Remember I said don't add the banana as you add the dumpling and the yam. Alright, so now I add the banana. Them oxidize, guys, but I'm not gonna take away the taste of the food, so I'm gonna wear myself. it's just a part of life and it's just the way bananas are. So I just do my thing, alright? Just gentle mix it, and you want to cover the pot and let them cook. To know that your food finished cook, guys, is that you test the, I'd rather to test the yam. Because you know the banana them cook fast because them soft. Alright, the nature of the banana is soft. So you just test the yam, and once the yam fully cooked, then you know your food done cook, alright? Now I place the salt mackerel in some water as I said earlier. So now I'm going to clean it up, alright? So I'm gonna use the knife to remove the outer part of the salt mackerel, which is completely optional. Alright, then I'm gonna break it in some small pieces. Now I'm finished flaking my salt mackerel. I'm gonna have some tomatoes, scotch bonnet pepper, onion, sweet peppers, 2 different colors, some scallion, and yeah, we're good to go. Alright, so I added them to the hot oil. Now I'm gonna give them a nice mix. You know, you want all the flavors to be released, and you want them free, you know, cook up nicely before you add the salt mackerel. Now you could always fry off a salt mackerel first and then you add the seasoning, but I love it this way, so me I do it the way me love it and you do it the way you love it. Alright, now I'm mixing them on like a medium high flame. I don't want them to burn and I don't want them to become too soft. Alright, so I did that for about 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna add the salt mackerel. Remember the salt mackerel cook already, guys, so you don't need a lot of time if you cook it up. So maybe about next 2-3 minutes and then it's done. Alright, now I'm gonna just toss everybody together, and yeah, now I do like to add some vinegar, so I'm gonna add some apple cider vinegar. If you don't have apple cider vinegar, you can use a white vinegar. But because you know salt mackerel raw already, guys, and you know you just add the vinegar just for bring out the flavor of the salt mackerel, make it nicer. Alright, now added some black pepper to it. Now you can add some tomato ketchup, of course. Kind of ketchup make everything better, but I never like ketchup anyways. So if you don't like it, guys, I'm not gonna judge you. So do your thing, I do my thing, right? So remember I said I'm gonna leave a link where you can check out the other salt mackerel and hard-boiled food recipe. That's an old video, guys, maybe about a year or 2 ago. So this is just the updated version, alright, or the recent version. So it's all done. So I'm gonna just put it on a plate and then I'm enjoy my food. Alright, all my food done already. So I'm gonna share the food on the plate, and now I'm gonna add my salt mackerel. Now, guys, this amount of food alright for me. I love dumpling more than the yam and the banana, so I'm gonna have to add more dumpling, right? But this amount of food good enough for me, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to tell others about my recipes. Thank you so much for watching, and go on, big up on yourself straight.